my lovely little snakelets, it's Hebi here, and today we're going to be reacting to One Piece, chapter 1115, pieces of content. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, you can. If you would like to join the Discord to keep up to date with any news and information, you can do that. And if you would like to support me by buying me a coffee, you can. It is greatly appreciated. Let's start the chapter, shall we? I probably do need a coffee. Okay, so the cover page is Hiyori making a bento for Yamato, and it's cute, whatever. So let's continue. Following the cover page, we are starting off in Wano. They've seemed to found a transponder snail in Orochi's possessions. So that's how they're able to hear the broadcast. Vegapunk just announced that Joy Boy was a pirate, and Momo murmurs to himself, "So you were also a pirate?" Kimon, stupid as ever, asks if he knows about Joy Boy. Now, it could be possible that Momo was told bedtime stories about Joy Boy from Toki, given that she was from the same era, or from Janisha's memories when he connected with the elephant. But I kind of don't want it to be the latter, because that's kind of like disappointing. You want a mother to tell her child bedtime stories of what her life was like, at least, or childhood legendary beings, to at least help them. We then move to the jail cells at Marine Base G4, not G5 because that is Smoker's base, so this is the base before Smoker's, okay? Where we see a pirate crew that were once the fake Straw Hat crew, now masquerading as the fake Kid Pirates. And oh my god, I have never wanted to bleach my eyes out any more than I've wanted to do looking at these panels. It is disgusting. I love Kid, and Oda did him dirty. Trip, who was the fake Sanji, is now the fake killer, shouts, "We don't give a flying fuck about Joy Boy." Can they just please fucking drown in the Great Flood? Demeter Black says he could totally beat Joy Toy in a fight. And the fake Heat, formerly the fake Zoro, Mundru, wholeheartedly agrees with Black and even hypes him up. So I guess everyone needs a hype man. We then go back to the lab, I think, yep, where Vegapunk is explaining he only had access to a few poneglyphs. Sorry, there's a cat licking my foot, so if I end up laughing or sound like I'm laughing, it's a cat licking my foot. But when combining them, he was able to understand that there was a great and horrible war during the period Joy Boy was around. And he faced an enemy, the organization now known as the World Government. We see the reactions of the Marines, and they're kind of shocked because they've come to the realization that they're the bad guys. Then some of the Marines are going, "Well, you did just say he was a pirate, so he must be bad." But then again, the victors dictate the history. So Vegapunk continues to explain. Back then, they were merely the Allied Powers, a temporary coalition consisting of 20 kingdoms, aka their founding fucking nations. We pan over to see the damage Mars has wreaked through the laboratory containing the Mother Flame. As Vegapunk continues, We can summarize that the alliance was the only way to oppose a faction which Joy Boy belonged to. I'm afraid what the conflict was still eludes me though, so I won't presume to judge the morals of the victors. However, what I will say is that it was a battle of two opposing ideologies. Like I mentioned earlier, Joy Boy was born into a more advanced civilization than what we currently are now. We see the reactions of the civilians of Zodiac. Like, they're fucking shocked. Like, you live on a fucking being that, lived in that century. He was most likely Joy Boy's ally. He was probably Joy Boy's right. Like, really, you're fucking idiots. They seem to be shocked about this revelation. We then see, for God knows what reason, the reactions of the Foxy Pirates, and that, in my opinion, is like 2 wasted panels. Because, yeah. We then have the audio continue, where Vegapunk is saying the technology confuses even him. But therein lies the problem, as he himself does not understand it. We then move to Stassi's location with Kaku. Why was I saying Kiku? I don't know. Oh, Kiki's the little girl from whatchamacallit. That's why. Brain. But stupid. She has been contacted by Edison, who is almost at death's door. He tells her to lower the barrier and leave with the Straw Hats. Edison tells her that the barrier is useless now with the Gorosei being here. As Edison is telling Stassi this information, Grandpa Spider-Cunt is on his way to her location. At least that's what I'm thinking where he's going. While this conversation is happening, Jinbei is carrying Zoro to the Sunny. Jinbei is also on the phone with Nami. He tells Nami that they will be there soon and he is apologizing for being tardy. Zoro is still throwing his little tantrum and saying he's not sorry. Nami replies to Zoro by saying, "I'm going to beat the crap out of you later, so hurry the fuck up. They're blockading the northeast coastline right now, so we need to get out of here." We move back to Stassi. She is telling Edison that she thinks that she was worried that she wouldn't be forgiven by Vegapunk if they didn't escape, and she has no purpose without him. Nelson retorts to her, "Go escape with them, then, and you'll have a purpose." Are we getting Stassi for crewmate? Yes, Stassi for crewmate! The queen of the prostitutes. I will take her over Yamato any day. Actually, I will take both of them over the carrot. The bunny. Oh my god, I fucking hate carrot. But are we getting 2 new crewmates? Stassi for crewmate! I am all for it! Where was I? Vegapunk would want her to live anyway. We then move to the Bonnie and Co. with the fight with Ponyboy Nestrium. Ponyboy is slashing the area up, and he almost slashes Bonnie, but she is saved by Frankie. As the slash misses her, it hits one of the giant ship's masks, slashing its figurehead. Figurehead. I don't know why I said that. Bonnie shrieks down in shock as Frankie grabs her again. The message continues. The Void Century ended with Joy Boy's defeat. Vegapunk tells the crowd. This agitates our favorite Ponyboy as he slashes the laboratory in an attempt to get the message to stop. We see Junisha and the Iron Giant. I don't think it was a defeat. I think Joy Boy was mortally wounded in battle and he died, and they had to admit defeat. Obviously, they were both beings that were around since the ancient kingdom, and then we see the reactions of those underneath, aka the slashing. Underneath, aka the slashing, and the imprisoned CP0 agents. The message continues. Vegapunk says in the aftermath there were consequences that scarred the world and left a wound that never healed. Now, as you know, traveling between islands is extremely difficult, as one must traverse the seas, which is so vast and difficult. Most people don't even leave their island homes, but a millennia ago, that wasn't the case. The ancient kingdom was swallowed by the sea, and we are living on its corpse. Vegapunk keeps on going by saying, well, I know most of you might not believe me, but there really are multiple continents. There really were multiple continents back then. And this change will help explain how the Void Century happened. It seems nigh impossible for a natural occurring event to happen like this, but within a century the sea levels rose a staggering 200 meters. We move to the shoreline of Egghead to see the Marines screaming, that's impossible. 200 meters? A warship is only 60 meters tall. Then I am going to assume this is Domit. Starts shouting out orders. He tells the Marines to get their asses into gear and rescue the Seraphim and the imprisoned CP0 agents as they're falling out of the laboratory building. We then see the residents of Mocktown doing what they do best and laughing their asses off. To be fair, none of the residents of Mocktown believed that half the island went up to the sky because, like, that's impossible. We then head to the Sakurada Kingdom where Donovan is questioning whether it's possible, and Karawa is laughing that the world is an interesting place. We then see Miss Golden Week and Miss Valentine at an unknown location. Yes, I'm assuming it's Miss Valentine that's with her. Purely because it looks like her silhouette, okay? Get off my dick if it's not. We then move to Water 7 where we see the broadcast continuing, and Vegapunk goes on to say, it begs the question, how and why did the flood happen? Would you assume it was you would assume it's some kind of natural disaster, but you'd be wrong. It was in fact a man-made disaster. We then cut to our favourite enraged Big Bird, who is getting his face slapped by Vivi. Yes, Morgan is getting bitch slapped by Vivi to shut him up. They're probably at Elbath, I'm assuming, as the broadcast continues. I really feel like this was useless, but also great to see Morgan getting bitch slapped by Vivi, and it really wasn't a bitch slapping, it was like, shut your fucking mouth. Vegapunk goes on to say, if it wasn't a natural occurring phenomenon, there would be records, which there are none, which leads me to believe that this, like I said, that this was man-made. But why remove 100 years of history for no reason? I know it may be difficult to understand, but 800 years ago, the disaster that was caused by ancient weapon technology, and that very same firepower still exists to this day, which means the war is ongoing. We see, obviously, the Gorosei getting pissed off, and then we pan down to Marie-Joie and a very, angry Aimu in their flower garden playing with flowers. And we end the chapter We get a chapter next week, so yay! But remember to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord to keep up to date with stuff, and